Hiya everyone, this is just a quick update, or maybe not that quick actually. Let's just see how it goes. I thought it was time for a proper catch up about where things are at with Hocus Focus and with the channel in general. So here's the big one. I'm going to be taking a little break from Hocus Focus for a while. Now, it's nothing dramatic. I've not been possessed, and I'm certainly not run off to join some kind of paranormal cult or anything like that. But I do need to change things up for a bit. Um, yeah, I just feel like things are getting a little bit stagnant. I've got a few other creative commitments that need my time and attention, and I'm prepping for a speaking gig later this year, which is mildly terrifying and very exciting. And there's also a new writing opportunity in the pipeline that I'm really excited about. And I'm in the early planning stages of that. I've got a meeting about that next month, and it's something that could open up a completely different direction creatively for me. I've also been enjoying getting back into my storytelling with those little voiceover pieces that I've been putting out lately, both here on YouTube and on Patreon. And I've missed writing like that because it's something that I used to do a lot in my journal and kept things private. And it's been really grounding and quite cathartic, really. So you might have noticed some of the channel's vibe has actually changed recently. And that's not by accident because I'm letting myself just make stuff again. But the truth is, and I do want to be honest with you guys, Hocus Focus has started to feel like a countdown clock. I'd finish one episode, upload it, and within minutes I'd be thinking, right, here we go again. And everything else, all the other ideas I wanted to explore and look at, just got pushed to one side. And I don't want that. And I don't want this channel to become something that I start to resent. And not only that, but I'm not the same person I was when Hocus Focus first started 3 years ago. I'm not the same person as I was at the beginning of the year either. So that goes for creatively and emotionally and even visually. I mean, I've changed. And back then, I was still finding my feet, especially post collaboration. And I think that I thought structure meant control and control meant safety. But now I think I'd rather feel free and have the creative freedom to come and go as I please. And there's a weird kind of feeling of grief when you realize that you've outgrown your own format, but there's also a relief too, and it's a bit like taking off a pair of jeans that are too tight, that button, you undo it and you can breathe, and you didn't even realize how uncomfortable everything was. Now I know a lot of people are here for Hocus Focus, and they'll be very disappointed. And I'd love for you to stay for my other content, but I do understand if you don't want to, and that is totally up to you. But the channel is changing, and there is a lot more to my work just than monthly episodes of Hocus Focus. Now, you've probably noticed I chopped my hair recently, and not just because I fancied a new look, though I absolutely did, but also because I just needed to feel different. Well, I do feel different. I feel lighter and sharper. And I wanted to kind of reflect how I was feeling on the inside onto the outside. And I didn't want to feel like I was dragging old baggage around with me. And honestly, this haircut feels like a bit of a reset button for me. And yeah, and I've been listening to so much of the music that I love: Bowie, soft cell, Roxy Music, the Beatles, Pulp. And it's kind of like woken up this part of me that I'd forgotten about for a long time. And I feel more like my old self in the best way: quirky, free spirited, couldn't give a shit, and not trying to follow trends or tick boxes for anyone. I'm just showing up as me. And I always consider myself to be a bit like Marmite. You either like me or you hate me. And that's none of my business. Anyway, I think this pixie cut reflects that, and it's got a bit of sass and a bit of bite. And like I said, it's how I feel on the inside coming through to the outside. And to be totally honest, some of the ways I was doing things before were still kind of influenced by old dynamics and old partnerships and expectations. And I've moved on from all that now, but I was still sort of bringing some of that with me without realizing. So, yes, this is me reclaiming my space and my work and my channel and saying, this is all me now. And it's taken a while to fully kind of feel comfortable with that. But what I'm making now, you know, the short stories, the voiceovers, even this vlog, if that's what it is, talking head video, I don't know all the technical terms. It's all coming from a different headspace. So basically, whatever I feel called to make, I'll be putting out. And some of it will be voiceover led, some of it will be more casual like this, but it's all still very me, just with a bit more breathing space and room to do other things. Now, I've got a few things to upload here on YouTube and onto Patreon. So make sure you're subscribed, and you can join my Patreon if you like. It's only £1 per month, and you get all the YouTube content ad-free, and it goes out on my Patreon before it's released here on YouTube publicly. And you also get bonus content that doesn't go out publicly at all. The psychic hygiene is over on Patreon, and also I've got extended and sleepy time versions of the meditations for the unhinged that I've been doing. There's all sorts of stuff over there, and I'll put the link in the description. As I say, it's £1 a month, and you also get a 7-day free trial as well. So if it's not your vibe, you know, it doesn't cost you anything. Just dip in and do the trial. It's up to you. It's all, you're in control. I've got a couple of guests planned for my YouTube channel next month. I've got Neil MacDonald coming back on. Now, he's always a pleasure to talk to, and he's a big favourite among many of my subscribers. And we're going to be chatting about megaliths, magic, and ancient mysteries, because it's such a big topic. He could come on over and over again, and we still wouldn't run out of things to talk about. I've got Jennifer Taylor coming on soon, and we're going to be talking about dealing with the menopause, but not just about the symptoms, but how not to lose sight of yourself or to feel invisible, and how to use the menopause as a time of personal empowerment and healing and wisdom, and make it a time to shine rather than shrink away due to the pressure of society's beauty standards and expectations. So that's going to be a good one. And I've also got Paul Smith of Esoteric Explorer and Nutrient Nirvana coming on too. And we're going to be talking about our paranormal encounters as children, fairies, and wherever else the conversation leads us to. Now, I've also found a recording that I did last Christmas with Dr. Neil Rushton, who wrote the foreword for the Hocus Focus book. And in that interview, he talked to me about his research and experiences with fairies, and how his work in and about his work in the archaeology field. So, Neil, if you are watching, I'll get that interview edited, produced, and put out as soon as possible. I wasn't in the best headspace during December and January, as I had things to sort out and changes to make that affected my channel. So unfortunately, our recording did take a bit of a backseat. So I'll get that put out there as soon as possible. So there is lots of fresh content to come. And now that I'm not tied to Hocus Focus every month, I have time to do them and enjoy them. And enjoy the process as well, which is most important. And I quite fancy doing a bit of vlogging. I'm off to Germany soon, so maybe I'll vlog that. Is it vlogging or vlogging? I don't know. I'm not down with all the technical terms, but anyway, I will vlog that when I go to Germany, and I go around the Bavarian forest. Excuse me. And I also have a special event to attend there as a castle, but I'll talk more on that when I've been. I've also got a day scheduled in Munich where our German hosts have promised us a good old German knees up, full of food and beers. So they've told us that they're going to do us a mini Oktoberfest in the summer. So yes, that's the update. I'm still here. I'm still working hard, and I really hope you'll stick around for what comes next. So thanks for being here. Genuinely, it means a lot to me, and I will see you soon.